What's going on, people? It's Flay Sports TV. I appreciate y'all for checking with me. I want to bring to the attention to some people something that's been on my mind, and I'm pretty sure it's been on yours too. We talk about it a lot during the lives, but I never really got a time to really talk extensive on it. Well, I want to tell you right now that Lonzo Ball, he would average more assists if he was more aggressive on offense. I definitely want to bring that to the people. I know everybody here would agree. Lonzo Ball often tends to, not have those high assists. Lonzo should be averaging double digit assists. He should be a double digit assist guy. There's no reason why he should not average a double this season. You understand, with all these weapons. And I'm gonna tell you why he won't in a second. Possibly he won't. I get into it in the second part of me as Flay Sports TV. Before we get into it, I need everybody to hit that like button and most definitely hit that subscribe button. You already know what it is, man. It's epic things. You got the Hornets Melo about to play. You understand? The Bucks. You understand? Let me know what y'all think. Who's gonna win that matchup? It is what it is. It's Flay Sports. I appreciate everybody that's tuning into the live, supporting the videos. Hit that like button if you definitely rocking with Flay Sports. You already know you support the channel. The channel's gonna support you. You know how we rocking, man. We ain't hard to find, man. We in tune with the people. The people rocking with us. We rocking with the people. You know what it is. We're gonna keep working. You understand? So let's get to it, man. Let's not waste a whole lot of time, man. Let's get to it. Lonzo Ball just averaged 8 assists, right, against Melo and the Charlotte Hornets, right? Cool. Lonzo was pretty aggressive, I would say, at the opening start. If you've seen, like I stated before, he had a different look in his eye. Lonzo, previous games, I believe he had 6 assists. He played, who did they play? Orlando, and they played Miami, if I'm not mistaken. He put 6 assists up on the board. And then I think his assist was pretty competent around 5 and so. And I think he dropped to 2 against that Indiana game where he pretty much had a no-show. If that's any telling for you guys to know is Lonzo Ball needs to be aggressive offensively. I think if Lonzo upped his aggressiveness to like ultra, like really took his aggressiveness, like prioritized offense, Lonzo would average maybe 12 to 13 assists. Because right now the defense is like predetermined that this guy's gonna pass the ball. You understand? He has to be very careful of that and cognizant. And just like I said, you gotta just be on point. You got to be aggressive because when you drive to the paint, you want the defense to collapse so you could kick it out to shooters, you understand, or guys staying home and leaving you one-on-one, and because you establish yourself as a force, he has to attack the basket. I agree with that. Lonzo Ball has to be, because people tend to tell me this a lot, and I agree. Lonzo Ball, he has to attack the basket, get to the line. I think when you get to the line, obviously you rattle off some more points. But right now, I'm really talking about the assists. I think if he attacked the paint more and he was converting more where the defense really was concerned with him. Because right now, they just trying to run him off the three-point line. He's established that he's a knockdown three-point shooter. You can't leave him open. You understand? He'll kill you. You understand? I think the next evolution of Lonzo is, and he can put it on the floor. He doesn't do it often, but I think he can. I don't think he can. He could. The Bulls don't really show that side of Lonzo. I think they're pretty much using Lonzo to space the floor for Levine and DeRozan and the rest of the guys. Vooch, and all that's admirable, but Lonzo Ball has to get his touches and really put his stamp on this offense. I think that he will. Because the season is very young, guys. Like, people make it seem like the season is like we 60, 70 games in. Like, this the first quarter of the season. Like, okay, now it's time to flip that page. Let's go. Give them credit. They without Patrick Williams, and they still the second seed in the Eastern Conference right now. But with all due respect, things fluctuate. You understand? So you never know. All this stuff be fluctuating. So It is what it is. You might wake up one minute, you you number one. The next day, you number six. It's crazy. You might find your ass in the play-in or find your ass completely out the playoff picture. This is the wild, wild East. People back in the days, it was all about the Western Conference. I think the East, things have shifted. The East got some young, hungry gorillas out here, man, and they're ready to take people out. When you talk about a Bulls team, even though they got DeRozan, this is still a pretty young team. When you look at the core, Vooch is pretty young. Even though he has some playoff experience, but not a lot. Zach, he's never been to the playoffs. Lonzo has never been to the playoffs. Kobe White and these guys, they've never been there. So it's going to be a learning curve, for this team. So people definitely need to be patient. I know everybody expecting everything to happen overnight. Lonzo Ball will be playing 30 times better by after the All-Star break than he's playing right now. Lonzo is still getting acclimated to the offense. He's not 100% even tapped into what he can do. I think he's still trying to figure things out. Billy Donovan, he's figuring out his rotations. He's shuffling up the deck. I don't ever feel like Billy Donovan got a solid rotation right now. I doubt this will be the rotation at the end of the season. I'm telling you. And there's no telling the other pieces they might add. But I think to take Chicago to the next level. I'm not just saying this to be one-sided or anything like that, but to really take Chicago to that next level and where they could be a dangerous force in the playoffs and really take their team to another height, they have to let Lonzo Ball have the ball a lot more than he's having right now. Lonzo needs to be handling the basketball 75% of the time on offense. The way they got it right now is very New Orleans Pelicans-ish. Is giving me those vibes. I'm not really feeling it. Adjustments have to be made. Because you got good scorers. Let Lonzo Ball make the game easier for them. Zach LaVine and DeRozan, the coach need to tell them, you don't have to do what you're doing. You're not back in Toronto where you have to go 1-on-5. You understand? You're not Zach. You're not back in Chicago with no team where you got to take on the whole damn show. You don't have to do that anymore. Let Lonzo, defer to Lonzo. Let him make the game easier. It's crazy. Oftentimes, Lonzo Ball is doing his thing, handling the rock, and I see certain times of the game and feeling like Zach and DeRozan, it's time for them to get theirs and eat. And they just take completely charge of the offense and they just go tunnel vision, head down, and they don't see nobody. It could be shooters open. They going up. They predetermined that they're going to put this shot out. Even if it's a bad look. Who gives a shit? So Lonzo definitely has to have the basketball more. Like I said, the assists will go up, the wins will go up. Everything's going to go up if Lonzo has the ball more. You could book that. It's Flight Sports TV. But yeah, Lonzo Ball, trust me, this guy's going to put up some assists. Like I said, he hasn't even scratched the surface of what he's going to be able to do. Him and Zach LaVine, I'm telling you, they ain't got it all the way down pat. Him and Zach LaVine, DeRozan, and Lonzo, they still don't have that tandem down pat. Even Vooch. I think Zach and Vooch, they got it. I think Zach and DeRozan, they still trying to figure out their situation or what to do, when, how to maneuver. Lonzo's still trying to figure things out. The only people I think is solidified is Vooch and LaVine and Kobe White. It seemed like they got some continuity. You understand? Because they played with each other. But it won't take long before you see Lonzo Ball wheeling and dealing out here. You understand? On offense, Pause. So, listen, Lonzo Ball is the truth. Everybody need to pay homage. The kid's got a bright future. And another thing, this kid is nowhere near maxed out. The kid is 24 years old. This guy he's got 2-3 levels more to go. Like, his career is just kind of beginning. He ain't even entered his prime yet. So I'm just saying, it's Flight Sports TV. We're going to leave it at that. I appreciate y'all. Lonzo Ball would average more assists if he was more aggressive on offense. You heard it here first. It's Flight Sports. Hit that like button. It don't cost nothing to hit that like button. We appreciate y'all. We're getting up out of here.